Right then, this is a trip adventure to Amman in Jordan. So my plane's currently going over Tel Aviv. We look out a window, that's Tel Aviv beach. Then, looking into the distance, just behind that cloud is Gaza. But a cloud is blocking my view. Is this the closest glimpse I'll ever get of Gaza? Or will I actually be able to visit it? As it's somewhere I really want to go. But not today. As of this video, I'll be exploring the city of Amman in Jordan. So then, let's start off this video with what I feel is the most interesting building I came across in Amman. So, unlike all the other tourists going here to see tourist attractions, the building I found the most interesting is a grotty car park. Now, I've seen a lot of grotty car parks over the years, but nothing quite like this. This is above a fairly small rundown shopping centre, and the shopping centre only has a couple of floors. Yet, this car park goes up 14 floors! And these aren't half floors, each one is a whole floor, making this, as far as I know, the tallest multi-storey car park I've ever come across. But what's more weird than that is on the upper floors, it looks like a building site. Let's take a look. Firstly, the shopping centre on the bottom 3 floors is a bit run down. It feels a little bit like a Trafalgar Centre. But if we go across to the car park lifts, what the fuck is this? Holy shit, this makes no fucking sense. On this floor, the lifts stop on a ramp. So the 3 different lifts in this set all stop at different heights.
Well, I've been doing lifts a long time and I've never seen that. I've never seen that. I am so weirded out by that. Okay, so that's not levelled. There are 14 floors of car park. What the fuck's wrong with that? This is so weird. I've been to a lot of places around the world and I've not seen a car park quite like this before. That is a tall car park, narrow and tall. Levelling's terrible. What is this place? This place is so weird, it's like an abandoned building.
So, here I am up on the 13th floor. So you can see there's cars parked here. And there is exposed bar waiting for the concrete to be poured around it. Yes, I don't think it's under construction. It seems like it's been left like this a long time. Maybe they have a tax break for the building not being finished.
But if I show it like that, it looks like I'm in a building site. It looks like it's constructed, but it's not. It's open, people are parking here. What is this? And they've used bar for all your concrete as the railings. Look at it. That's concrete bar. What the fuck's this place?
And if we go up to the 14th floor, which is open, there's nothing to tell you you're not allowed up there. Yet it seems to be a building site.
I can't stop laughing at this. This is wild. Look at that. It's a fucking building site. This is absolutely wild. The floor is sloping in a weird way. The staircase goes up and just stops. So that bit they've just changed their mind on their design partway through, so you go up and you can't go any higher. Then that ceiling's overlapping, so it looks like they were designing it, then they changed their mind halfway through building it. There's your lifts. This floor's locked in the lifts. See if it's not quite ready or something, I don't know. They call it up here. There's your mast. That's your logic cabinet for the mobile mast. Just left exposed. What? That's meant to be in a room, a locked room. It's not just meant to be exposed like that. What even is this weird place? There's your rooftop of this little dodgy ladder. So here they were building a car ramp going up. But if you drive your car up here, you're just going to bang the top of it into this. So we're going to build an extra floor, then they changed their mind last minute and built a ceiling across. No barrier there, so if you drive this way, you're just going to go bang, your car's going to just drop down that bit. I don't know what to say, it's such a weird place. That's what it used to be, Jordan lift.
And then when I tried to leave this car park, I discovered I was locked in. The door back into the shopping centre where I came was now locked. So I went down the car ramps to go down to the ground floor and, well, no fire safety in this place. I was completely locked in. I couldn't get out.
I'm going to get under that. Oh, look. Oh, put a padlock on it. Locked in. Locked in, oh well.
After running round the car park, I managed to find the person locking up the last door. He hadn't even bothered to check. There was no one in the car park before locking it up. And there's no fire exits here. Once it's locked up, you are trapped inside. So then, now I go along to the Abdulli Mall. This is the most major shopping centre in Amman. This has got some glass cone eco-disc lifts. And even though these lifts are shaftless shape, they're not actually shaftless as they're in a glass lift shaft, which seems a bit weird. Let's start off with the yellow lifts. And now to the purple lifts. Basement 5. No, basement 4. I didn't make it her way. And now I go to the green lifts. So then, now I go along to the second tallest tower in Amman, which is the Rotunda Tower, 180 metres high, and it's got some cone MX32 lifts. So, as I've just shown a really posh building in Amman, let's now take a look at the opposite and take a look at downtown Amman, which is the old centre of the city, and it's got some quite rough buildings.
Well, it has been stuck back together with sand. Oh, I guess that's a difference. It's flickery light time. Fucking this is knackered. 4. Fucking hell. Knackered lift time. Speed. Nice. Look at that door. Fucking knackered. How do I get to basement? The button's missing. Was that basement? I don't know. This one fits. Ah, it's a nice motor. 50p for a mini pizza. That is really good value.
And along to an inner doorless lift, which doesn't even serve the ground floor, so you have to walk up the stairs to get to the lift, kind of defeating the point.
Why not simply make the lift serve the ground floor? Why do that? That makes no sense. Where's inner doorless? Wow, okay. 3, 2.
And this one's got beam sensors, but they don't work.
Except the beams. I can't go. They don't fucking work. I can't take this place seriously.
And now I go along to an interesting old lift.
Oh, those buttons. Oh, this is nice. Free work. Basement minus 1. Nice one. No, mezzanine. No, 1. Here we go. And stop. Stop. Oh, it doesn't work. Disabled it.
So on top of this lift, there's a lot of exposed wires and it looks very dodgy.
I don't like the look of that. I don't like the look of that.
So I test the lift by putting it onto inspection before going on top it. I close the door and the lift drives off.
Into inspection. It's fucked. I put inspection and just drove off. I'm so glad I didn't do that. Hello lift, you're meant to be on inspection. Why the fuck you idiots? I can't take that shit seriously.
And now along to the animal markets. And by the way, everything here is not being sold as pets. These are all sold to be eaten, including things which you would not eat in the UK, such as grey lag goose. That is so weird to see it being sold to be eaten. You get those in public parks in the UK. They are also selling white chickens to be eaten. They're also selling town pigeon. I know wood pigeons are eaten, but who on earth eats town pigeon? And then they're selling rabbits, which looks like it'd make a nice pet, but no, these are also being sold to be eaten. And over here is the egg-laying chickens, which are not being eaten as these ones are sold for eggs. And whilst filming this video, someone came along and dropped off a delivery of Muscovy ducks. Notice that all their legs are tied up. So let's now leave the market and go along to a pet shop. Interestingly, the birds in this shop are sold as pets. Sometimes I wonder what is the difference here, considering they're selling fancy pigeon. So I'm guessing that is a pet rather than food. They're also selling rodents, and also ducklings, and also rabbits. So, these rabbits are pets, unlike the earlier ones which are for eating. Is there really any difference between them? And now along to a small shopping and office complex, which has got some glass generic lifts.
No announcement for ground floor.
So then, it's now time for white privilege. That really sounds fucking terrible, but it's how these countries operate. They discriminate against their own people. Now at this point I was busting to do a poo, but most of the toilets in this country are disgusting. The only clean toilets are in the posh hotels. Now if I was one of the local people here and I tried to go into a posh hotel to use the toilet, I most likely wouldn't be let in. But because I look like a white European, I can walk into any posh hotel. So along into Radisson Blu.
So, a clean toilet, something you rarely see in Jordan.
So looking out a window in the lift, you can see I'm above a shopping centre. This is because this Radisson Blu is contained within this shopping centre building. So let's now take a look at the shopping centre, which is the Galleria Centre. This is my favourite shopping centre in Jordan. It's got its epic, big, spectacular atrium.
Emil, wonder what it is. Why is it that Asian designs of lift are more oily than European designs? They're always covered in oil. That wheel's going slower than the other wheel, so it's 4 to 1. Yeah, one wheel's faster than the other. 2 sets of cables going underneath it, so 4 to 1. Let's see if I can get this to myself, which will be hard because it's busy. Look at us car park levels. But it doesn't go there. Right, locked off, okay. I've got a full ride, which is quite hard work because these lifts are extremely busy. How the fuck's there a toy airplane in the shaft? That's weird. And on the top floor of this shopping centre, there is an indoor mini theme park. It's got some rides that are so big, you would not expect to see this sort of ride indoors. Yeah, and a lot of the upper floors are shut still. On the 4th floor, you've got a McDonald's, which is where I'm going. Okay, so you've got ground floor there, lower ground, and below it is ML. So then, now we go to the next shopping centre, which is Magic Mall, which is a rather run down and rough looking shopping centre. And now let's take a look at a semi-abandoned shopping centre. This shopping centre has only got one shop open in it. The rest of the centre is abandoned. The lifts are some shaftless Schindler 3300s, which are abandoned as all of the upper floors are closed.
Now, one thing that's interesting about Amman is that the people here are so religious, they often turn quiet corners of buildings into makeshift mosques. And it's interesting how many little areas have been turned into these makeshift mosques. For example, if we take a look at a different shopping centre, you walk around a corner and you can see there's a prayer mat on the floor. There's literally another area turned into an unofficial mosque. Also, in this interesting multi-storey bus station, which kind of looks like a multi-storey car park, but with buses going around it, underneath the escalators there's also prayer mats, also being turned into a makeshift mosque. And now let's take a look at an actual mosque. There's lots of mosques all around Amman, and some of them have got some crystal clear speakers. However, this one have got the opposite and have got some very tinny low bitrate megaphone speakers which sound really rough.
The tiniest speakers imaginable.
So then, it's now time to go back to the airport. Let's take a look at the lifts in the airport, which are some eco discs. Also in the airport, there is a floor cleaning robot. And there is this shop. Every gift saves a cancer patient's life. Now, even making allowances for the fact that English is their second language, how on earth can they get away with a claim like that? Every coin saves a cancer patient's life. Well, I've got a 5p coin. So, for just 5p, I can save a cancer patient's life. It must be a miracle, doing something beyond the realms of science. This is what happens when you don't have proper advertising regulations. And that is the end of the video.